What's up, everybody? How's it going? Another episode with today's topic is going to be about comparison is the thief of joy. The reason why I came up with this is because I've been looking around and seeing a lot of comparisons going on, especially most of you will agree with me. In today's society, with social media and the internet, there's no way you can go on there and not have to compare yourself to somebody else, right? The toxicity of people comparing to each other, comparing themselves to other people and each other all the time is very high, right? And for the most part, the danger of it is on social media, people will post the positives, their wins, and sometimes even lie about some of the things. When you believe that and you compare yourself to them, you feel really bad. You feel like you haven't accomplished much. But when you focus on your progress and you focus on yourself and what you've done, you don't feel that emotion anymore because you know what you went through, you know what you accomplished, and you know your progress the best. So, my suggestion would be compare yourself to who you were yesterday, not who somebody else is today. That's one of the chapters from 12 Rules for Life from Jordan Peterson. It's one of the first books that I read. But, you know, comparing yourself to somebody isn't always a bad thing, though. And I'm going to get to the positives and the negatives because it really depends how do you do it and what your intention is and what's going on in your life. So, one of the 10 commandments is do not covet, right? It's the last one. And that means do not be envious or jealous of somebody else or what somebody else says that you don't, maybe. The reason why it's one of the commandments from God is because He gives us, all of us, something to be proud of, something that is fair, something that is for us and is meant for us. And if we're not able to see that, and if we're so blinded about what other people have, and we don't focus on our blessings, that's a sin because that's going against God and saying, hey, I don't think you did a good job giving me whatever you did in my life. And the reason why it's very important because it's not just a belief and it's not just for those people that believe in God, right? This is a easy thing to comprehend when you think about it deep enough because when you compare yourself to other people and what they have, you lose focus on the things that you have. And when you lose focus on your resources and your tools, you're not able to find your true purpose and your true self and what you're capable of doing. But when you do focus on the things that you have and you focus on how can I use these things that I have in my life to progress and achieve something great in my life, you will find a lot of things to do and you will find many reasons to be successful and have your life in order. Now, the positive side of comparing yourself could be like your friends, right? Like the friendly competition too. Competition is also kind of comparing yourself and saying, hey, this guy's doing better than me, or he can beat me in this, but what can I do to be better than him? What is it that he has that I don't, and what do I need to work on, right? It's a self-reflection as well as a reflection of somebody else and kind of analyzing what you are capable of doing to beat them or, you know, accept the challenge, whatever that may be. But, you know, when you see somebody that's successful or somebody that is doing something that really resonates with you, you can say, okay, this is where I am and this is where that person is. What am I lacking in my life that stops me from being where that person is? Not in an envious way and saying, that person is there and what can I do just to get there, right? Because then you might take the path that doesn't really feel authentic to yourself, doesn't feel right to you, just to get there. That's really a no way to live because that's not your purpose. You will lose yourself along the way. And what's the point of losing yourself when you can just go in your lane by being yourself and also achieving that same progress or that success and sometimes even bigger? Because with a negative mindset on, comparing yourself to other people and focusing on what they have, is you limit yourself. Because what that person has achieved, if you compare yourself and say, that's what I'm going to do, you're never going to want to do anything better, because you trap yourself in a box where your success has to align with the other person's, kind of thing. But when you're your own person, you understand the potential of yourself and what you can do. And when you do push yourself in your authentic way, by knowing who you really are and what your limits are, you are able to surpass that person without you even knowing, right? Because it's something that comes within. So don't trap yourself in a box with a limited mindset that all you have to do is just be at that person's level or have what that person has, because you can have more. You can have something better, right? That's being authentic to yourself and true to yourself. That is a negative way of thinking. But a positive way of thinking is just comparing yourself with a good heart, good intentions, and something that drives you, right? In an authentic way. Don't fall into a trap of trying to have what other people have. Because, like I said, from God, everybody gets a fair share. Knowing God's character, you can say that He's fair, He's loving, He's caring. He knows what you need, He knows what your purpose is. And when you align that purpose with God, then you will really understand that everything you have in your life is really meant to be. You will really understand why you have the things that you do. Even if you see that you don't have the best car, even if you see that you don't have most money, even if you see that you might not be best at math or best in school, you always have something that is yours, something that is aligned with what you're supposed to do on this earth and what your mission is. He's given you that. Use that. Focus on what you have. And one other advice that I would give you on how you can go about this and how to change that mindset and perspective is even write down the things that you have. Write down everything that you have now and everything that you wish to have. And then on the side where you wrote down the things that you have, tell yourself, what do I want to achieve and how is that specific thing that I have is going to help me? And you will find so many reasons on the things that you have that you can use to align that with your passion and your purpose and use those tools. And the things that you don't have, you will see that, yeah, it could help you and it can be a good thing, but it's not a must. We also have to understand that there are some things that we just want, we just desire. It's the materialistic things, especially, that we really want. You know what I mean? It's the jealousy, it's the fleshly desires that we want because somebody else has it. Somebody else tells us, oh yeah, I feel so empowered having this. I feel so successful having this. So we think that's what's going to make us successful, but in reality, it may not. It's just a dopamine hit. And that's what social media does the best. It gives you something to look at, something to chase that might not align with you, but because that successful person or that credible person, so to speak, says it on social media, you need that as a man and you need to chase that. You go, oh yeah, I need to do that. And you just go and listen to that person. But you never listen to yourself. Why is that? Put yourself first and put your authentic self first, because your authentic self will tell you what you truly want, what you truly need. So just wanted to make that quick video to remind you that, compare yourself to who you were yesterday, compare to yourself to who you were before, and track your progress one way or another. Write down, journal, record your progress, talk to yourself on camera, record your videos, and then a month later, weeks later, do it again and again and again, and go back and rewatch those videos and see how far you've come. Take in pictures of how you look in the mirror and then doing it over and over again and then looking back in your camera roll and saying, damn, I got bigger, I got stronger. These are the things that will actually empower you more. Because let's think about it, right? Let's say somebody is able to do 11 reps on a bench, and then you say, oh yeah, this guy does 11, let me just do it too. Boom, you hit 11. But if you were to compete with yourself and have a competition with yourself, you would have probably done 12, probably 13, because you're not locking yourself in the box, right? So, I mean, really stop comparing yourself to other people because that's not going to bring you fulfillment. It didn't to me. I had a moment where I would compare myself to other people and I would think that somebody else's life is better than mine. Somebody else has everything better, everything good in their life. But then when I really got to know the person, I talked with them, I realized that they had the struggles of their own. Just because they don't have the things that I struggle with doesn't mean they don't have their struggles. You know what I mean? You can't wish somebody else's life because deep down you don't really see what's going on in their life. Because when you see the truth, you will realize that maybe you should have never wished to be that person, never wished to have the things that they have. Because bigger things comes with bigger responsibilities. So take on your responsibilities, take on your own challenges, and grow from your own challenges. Meet yourself where you are, not where somebody else is. So I just kind of want to share that with you guys. I hope you found it informational. I'll share a Bible verse that talks about whole comparison thing and how the scripture suggests to us many times in the Bible. Many times it says to focus on the things that you have, focus on your blessing and your gifts, and not compare yourself to other people. So today's going to be Galatians 6, chapter 6, verses 4 through 5. But let each one test his own work, and then his reason to boast will be in himself alone and not in his neighbor. So pretty much this verse really suggests to focus on your own work, on your deeds, on your progress, on what you've accomplished and being proud of what you have rather than having to necessarily focus on what other people have. Because one of the things is, let each one test his own work. Test your own work. See how well you've done what you were supposed to do, not how somebody else did. Because yeah, sure, they could have done a good job, but what if you could have done it better? So focus on what you have and focus on your work before you focus on somebody else's. Because your work is more important to you because it's yours. It's not theirs, and their work isn't yours. Focus on yours and stay in your lane. I think that's really what's gonna make you most successful, most proud of yourself, and really happy. So, I mean, let me know what you guys think. Let me know if I could have said something better, something you disagree with, agree with, no matter what. Let me know, comment below. I would love to hear what you guys have to say. Let me know what you want me to talk about maybe in the future. Check out our podcast, Bros Think Big. Also, check out my friends' YouTube channels. They talk about things like this too, about business, self-improvement, discipline, mental health, physical health, you name it. They have really good videos out there that you can find it helpful. Join my friend Mike's Discord community. We have a guild. We have meetings on Thursdays, 4 o'clock, where we go over a bunch of topics and have an open discussion. We'd love to see you guys there. And, every day is a blessing. Always remember that. And don't forget, God loves you. You're not alone. And keep on chasing your dream. Go after that because it's yours. It was given to you. Praise the Lord. Until next time. Peace.